Hey, it's Sam Crowley. Welcome to the very first video of 2011. I am so excited. I can't even stand still, but I'm going to try to for the purpose of this video. Hey, I'm going to talk to you about my main discovery. When I lost everything, I went bankrupt. I'm going to talk to you about probably the most shocking discovery that was just, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. Hey, before I get started, an update. I have an update on my blog recently about this whole weight loss and challenge and losing 30 pounds in 60 days. I'm down 16 freaking pounds. Can you believe it? I mean, if you could just, look at the stomach, how thin I am, man. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. I'm gonna talk about that in another video, but check it out, man. Compare the face to those fatter videos a few months ago. I feel great. Hit the gym, diet, and diet's not a bad word. Just watching what I eat. How about that, man? It's just paying attention to my body that I kind of didn't pay attention to from weeks and months before that. Anyway, down 16 pounds. Can you see it? I hope you can. I'm not looking for compliments. I'm not fishing for a compliment. But hey, if you got one, leave it on the blog. I'll take it. Anyway, if you're going through adversity, if you're going through some challenges right now, if you have a little bit of fear, remember what I say about fear. When fear comes into the picture, logic goes out. All right? Don't let fear dominate your thoughts every single day. But here's what I want to talk about with you today. We're coming up on the 5-year anniversary of EverydayIsSaturday.com this summer. How about that? 5 years ago, I made that phone call. If you've never heard that speech I gave, go about a 7 or 8 minute video on YouTube as well as on my website where you hire Sam to speak. You'll see a video that I use for promotions about how I got the EverydayIsSaturday.com domain name. It is a phenomenal story about plowing through fear and adversity. You know what? I think I'm going to post that on my blog this week as well. So stay tuned for that. Kind of a little out of breath from jumping up and down earlier. So anyway, the most shocking discovery that I realized was the talents that I had, that I never even realized I had, that were lying dormant. Does that make sense? When you have prosperity, sometimes your greatest talents you'll never tap into because you don't have to. You don't go into that survival mode. You don't go into that mode of, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to eat? How am I going to feed my family? Have you ever been in that mode? If you're there right now, awesome. Because you're going to find talents you never even knew you had before. One shocking discovery is I was forced to learn about internet marketing. I was forced to learn about blogging, writing articles, podcasting, even HTML code to a certain extent. I'm not a programmer, and all my buddies laugh at me. You're not a programmer. SEO, things like that, search engine optimization, SEM, search engine marketing. I knew all the terms. I was downloading ebooks, reading articles. I knew a lot about internet marketing, and I really rediscovered everything. I redefined who I was. Instead of this corporate android like everybody else I was hanging around, I went and challenged myself not to go up any organizational chart. It was actually the opposite. It's where jealousy moves in. Oh, do I give a great teaching in my private workshops about jealousy. When you get successful and you retrain yourself and you become a threat to somebody else really close to you in your work environment, it's amazing how others react. It's unfortunate. It shouldn't have to be that way. There's enough abundance, there's enough prosperity. Oh, I start stuttering. You know I'm the next stutter. Is it okay if I trip up on my words? Can we be real? Can we tell the truth today? Can I start stuttering like Elmer Fudd? Is that okay with you? Because as you know, that's one of the challenges that I face as well, is my ability to enunciate as I get so fired up. I'll give a 4-hour keynote without a PowerPoint slide, and I'll stutter a little bit, and my biggest mess, man, my biggest challenge being able to speak is now my greatest message. It is awesome. I digress. When you become successful, you become a threat to somebody else. It's unfortunate. There's enough abundance and prosperity out there for everybody. It's like holding a glass of water underneath Niagara Falls. All right, there's enough out there for everyone. But when I redefined myself and I became so incredibly marketable, I guess, in the world of internet marketing, I didn't stick around at a job because others were like, hey, why does Crowley get to do that? Why does Crowley get special treatment? Why is Crowley getting $100 grand salary? Why does he get to go here and learn that? Small mentality, small. Guess what? Guess where all those individuals are today? I'll give you one guess. Do you think they're doing the same thing they were doing 5 years ago? Yes. Yeah. Just a little more miserable. Just a little more miserable. Still jealous of others, probably. Going through thinking you can't hold a cup underneath Niagara Falls. There's not enough abundance out there. You're never going to get promoted. Nobody's going to recognize me. Instead of going out and making yourself freaking marketable, right? Waiting, the sense of entitlement that somebody's going to help you out. If you're going through adversity, if you're going through challenges, if you went bankrupt like I did, or you're currently bankrupt, or you've lost a lot of money, you are going to find resources in your life and inside of you that you never thought you had. Trust me, brother, trust me, sister, when I tell you that much, that you will be forced to find this new you, the new individual that you never would have found if you would have been prosperous, won the lotto, been blessed with a six-figure job or salary. Maybe you're going through divorce. Maybe you're going through addiction. Maybe it has to do with finances. Maybe it's relationships that you're having a struggle with, friends or family. I promise you, when you're faced with that type of adversity, you have no choice but to dig down and find that person that you would have never, ever found before. I was forced to launch everydayissaturday.com, mainly because my daughter wanted me home every day. But how was I going to make money? I couldn't stay. I was psychologically becoming unemployable as I started learning more about all of these internet marketing millionaires, okay? All these individuals that were, sitting in their gym shorts in the kitchen making a lot of money. That wasn't my reality. I don't want to sit in my kitchen in gym shorts all day and make a lot of money. I want to do other things. What I wanted to do was have control. I wanted to have control of my life. I wanted to be free. I wanted to discover all of these new things. This isn't a religious video, but I also found God in my life. Uh-oh, Sam just jumped the shark. Now he's going to talk about religion and finding God. Hey, that's just what I did, okay? And I love the relationship that I have with God, okay? It makes me feel so much more powerful that I can tap into. I don't have to have everything on my shoulders. I can put it on His shoulders. Is that okay if I share that with you? Yeah, I would love to speak. If you have a church on a mission, I would love to speak about my own very own testimony about being saved back in 2005. You never hear me bring that up, right? Because everydayissaturday.com is a mission to make sure that you live every single day as if it were your very own Saturday. Whether that brings in your religion or your spiritual growth, it's up to you, my friend. I'm just telling you what happened with my story. I'm telling you that 5 years ago, when I launched everydayissaturday.com, I had no idea. I had no clue the amount of abundance. Isn't it amazing? Let me tell you, let me just share this story with you. I'm going to close this video because I'm going to make another one and another one, if that's okay. All right, teaching on this topic. Companies pay me hundreds of thousands of dollars to build their online sales funnel. 5 years ago, the company I was working for wouldn't even let me lead an initiative to bring in income for the organization. Why? Small-mindedness, jealousy, territorial, right? Everybody, I'm going to live here in my little silo. You can't come in. No, Sam, you got to go do what you need to do within the organization. Does that sound familiar? Of course it does. I speak to companies all around the world. This is what is killing organizations. People living in silos, lacking the abundance mentality, the cup underneath Niagara Falls. Is it ironic to you that a company would bring me in and pay me a six-figure retainer to build their online sales funnel, but a company 5 years ago wouldn't even entertain the thought? Why? Lack prosperity mindset. The prosperity, jealousy, oh no, he's going to take over my job, as opposed to build, right, the organization. Is that happening with you, for you, or to you right now? Getting back to the very beginning of the message, are you going through a difficult time? Look at me, I promise you, this will pass. But you know what? You're going to tap into something that you never in a million years thought that you had inside of you. The strength that you have inside of you. The vision that you have. Vision is different. The mind has vision, not sight. The ability to see. The ability to see the next 6, 8, 10 months out. The ability to understand that all of this stuff that's going on around you, all this crazy swirling relationship, finances, all that crazy stuff, a year from now, you're going to look back and you're going to say, wow, I got really worked up about a whole lot of nothing. But the person that I had to become along the way is amazing. Is it not amazing to you? I hope you're having the most amazing day. I hope you understand that you are freaking unstoppable. I hope you understand that your greatest days are ahead of you and you have gifts that you don't even realize. Why? Because people who are in a complacent mentality, that aren't challenged every single day, let those gifts, those natural gifts, just lie dormant that may never even get tapped into. Think of some of the greatest inventions in the world, right? Necessity is the mother of invention. You, my friend, are going to have the greatest day today of your entire life, the greatest week, month, and year in 2011, just because you are being challenged. Have an awesome, unbelievably unstoppable day, and I'll be back to speak with you soon. Leave a comment on the blog. I'd love to hear what talents you've discovered as a result of your challenges. My name's Sam Crowley from the world famous 5-year-old everydayissaturday.com.